everyone go into your pockets. Go into your purses. Go into your book bags. Go as far as even looking at your entertainment setups and into your computer rooms. Of all those places I've just mentioned, there is either a handheld phone, a computer, or even a video game system. Imagine the fact that people every day are scrutinized for how they use the products that they bought. It happens. From the iPhone, like this, PS3s, Xbox 360s, you name it. Those of you, like myself, like to push the electronics that they buy to the fullest degree. I'm here to let you all know that none of us are breaking any laws and going against any copyrights when we change the way we want our electronics to work. The consumer and the electronics, everything that we buy has a purpose, especially when it's hacked, modded, and created to do things that's other than its intended. Say, for instance, my iPhone. When I open this, and get out of Twitter, I'm able to do a background enabled feature on this, basically because I didn't upgrade to any other softwares. Makes any sounds that wasn't even supposed to make. Anyway, I can scroll down to this menu right here, and I'm able to check the SSH blobs, which are basically a backup system that's on a server. Without me actually having to hack my phone or actually jailbreak it, it wasn't supposed to do that at all. I'm not breaking any copyrights, not breaking any laws, but for some reason people every day are going to jail for doing easy things like this that should be commonplace of things that you buy. Also, I have this other menu that tells me everything. I can switch out of data easily, all this other stuff. It's simple, but yet people go to jail for it. And just to further clarify everything, when I say something like jailbroken, it's not really like putting it in jail. When it's jailbroken, it just means locked into something. So when you're releasing it, it's just becoming broken out of jail, therefore being jailbroken. It wouldn't sound like Jesse Jackson or anything like that. Just trying to do a little pun thing on me. But the idea of jailbreaking and modding is all sounds like good and fun. One gets to open up the device and see how well the specs can really perform. And it's just doing other operations, simple stuff. As reported by the CNN, there was a Caltech Fullerton student, his name was Michael Crippen, and he was arrested by Homeland Security because he was selling modded Xbox 360s. Apparently this was going against the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, it's called DMCA, and it prohibits such things as like downloading music, movies, games, artwork, etc. Other copyright patent laws also prevent you from doing such things, such as DRMs, or digital rights management. And digital rights management can also be found in CDs that you can't burn more than once. So say, for instance, you bought a CD from 2000 to 2003. A lot of CDs were actually DRMs, so you could only copy them once. Or if you copy them once, it wouldn't play on certain things, like certain CD players, like stereo system at home or in your car. And also, like with downloaded music, say for instance, if you downloaded something from Rhapsody or even iTunes at one point, you can only use it on one device or something like that. And for iTunes, it was called Fair Play, so it was only able to do it once. You were only able to copy it once, and this was when iTunes first came out, because they were trying to prevent hackers and other things, and just music being exposed everywhere instead of, that one person that bought it for that specific one use. And as for the legality of how to use the use of owned property is still pending. Personally, I feel that the consumer should be able to do whatever they want to do with their devices. I mean, within means. I mean, like, there's such, you're not supposed to download music that you didn't pay for because it's stealing. But, I mean, we all want to listen to something. I mean, half the music these days aren't even really worth, paying the money for. But, I mean, this was happening way before. Look at the mixtapes. Hence the name mixtape, because people would just go on the radio and record them and put them on tapes and sell them out of the back of their trunks. This is the new mixtape. The new, I'm going to unlock my phone so it can be tethered to use the internet on my computer without having to pay any extra fees for it. And basically, I also feel that the student that did get arrested was just a technician. All he did is like when you go to get your car to get performance parts from it, they are aftermarket. They're not illegal, but they're aftermarket. You're taking to a car technician. That kid was basically an Xbox technician. He just, made it perform a little better. Let it do backups. Also let it play games that you paid for different places. So like, what's the point of carrying a whole book bag full of Xbox 360 games when you just carry a hard drive that you've had all your games on? So basically, I just feel a lot of this stuff is just monotonous. Further close everything, everything we own these days is electronic and has some kind of performance in this day and age. Harnessing the power from our devices is also a constant struggle between the manufacturer and the consumer. The manufacturer wants to block certain features. The consumer feels that since I bought it, I own it, I'm going to use it and do whatever I want with it. That's why I feel consumers should be able to do what they want with their products. Just being mindful of certain laws, like downloading copywritten material and such. But when it comes to pure performance of an electronic, it's totally fine. Like, as a professor at Columbia Law School, his name's Tim Yu, he states, locks are used by wireless carriers and such to limit the ability of the subscribers to switch to other carriers. Wu also states that jailbreaking is legal, ethical, and plain fun. I mean, I can go with my iPod Touch, which just unlocked the other day, and I'm just able to do so much more, especially another multitask feature which Apple blocked, so I can do a lot more things with it than I was able to do before. The drop-down menus, I can access my memory, and the extra app store it's a lot of fun. You can do other things with it. Like, say for instance, when I use my iPhone and I power this on, it makes Metal Gear Solid sounds. That's fun. Nobody else can do that because their phones aren't jailbroken, because people are scared. And basically, I just want to get people from being afraid of using their things. So, do whatever you want with it. It's yours. Just mindful of certain laws. It's a little disclaimer with the asterisk. So, do it.